The students who have this kind of subtle confidence or subtle belief in themselves, they surrender to God. I will give my best, and whatever happens, God is going to take care of it. They detach themselves from the result, but at the same time, they are giving their 100%. At the same time, they want to give their everything, and then they surrender, that attachment to the result. When you do that, there's this positive, optimistic energy that you have cultivated. This energy goes into your paper, and this is the energy with which the examiner is going to check that paper, and then this is the energy that will reflect in your exam result. Why does this happen that many students, they study only for last 20 days and they pass in this exam, and many students, they study for 4 months, they have given 3 4 attempts, but they still don't clear the exam. So I want to rant today about energy, and the kind of energy that you go in the exam with is the energy that comes back to you, is what happens in the result also. Let's talk about this. Okay, so a little bit of law of attraction also here. See, when you want to pass the exam, I believe that there are two things that are extremely important. Both of these things, if you have, you will pass the exam. Otherwise, you will not pass the exam. First is the quality of study. When I say quality of study, that means whenever you were studying, you are fully focused, attentive, and you are understanding the concepts deeply, which means you understand the applicability of the concept, you can solve the questions, and also you have revised it nicely. The second important thing that is needed to pass the exam is an optimistic mindset, or you can say faith. You need to believe that you can pass. You need to have faith in yourself, in God, in something higher above. Deep down, the deep-seated belief, if you have, then I will pass the exam. Now or later, I will pass the exam. Then that really contributes to the exam. Not an arrogance. Not something that you tell everybody, I'll pass. No. Not something you're constantly repeating in front of the mirror, I am a CA. No. That deep down, you just know that it will work out for you. That is what I'm talking about. That kind of confidence, if you have, it reflects in your exam. Practically speaking, it changes the way you decide in the exam, the questions that you have to solve. It changes the way you write the exam, because you're deep down confident, you write really nice paper, you write good presentation, you ensure that you don't do silly mistakes. Sometimes we copy the numbers wrong, sometimes we do totaling mistake, but if you're deep down confident, you already know that these kind of mistakes happen, so you double check whenever you're writing numbers, whenever you're making totals, you double check whether you completed all the questions or not. If you have to make a choice between two questions, you choose the question that is going to get you better marks based on your preparation. Okay, so when you're deep down confidence, that kind of thing already naturally comes. Your paper writing becomes much better. Same way your preparation also becomes much better. When you're finishing the revision, and let's say you have got only 4 or 5 days for a subject, if you're confident deep down, you will be very fast and you will somehow complete the full subject in 4 to 5 days. Even if you don't complete, you will at least complete A category, B category chapters, and C category at least half you will complete. And you will still have that faith. Versus deep down, if you don't have that belief, you're deep down very scared, extremely pessimistic, you overthink a lot, then you will most likely from day one only, you will be late in your targets. You will drag one topic too much. If you have one doubt in a question, you will sit with that doubt for 5 hours. A student with belief will not do that. He'll drop that topic right away. He'll finish majority of what is going to give him marks. Okay, so that deep faith, it really contributes in your preparation and the exam. The energy that you go with in the exam is what determines your results, and I truly believe that. I think this is something I've seen with my mentorship students also, that the optimistic students, not the overconfident ones, optimistic, like okay, they know it's struggle, they know it's difficult, but they feel that okay, I can do it, I can manage, somehow it will work out. They still have fear and nervousness, they're doubtful, but deep down, there is that subtle faith. The students who have this kind of subtle confidence or subtle belief in themselves, they surrender to God, that okay, whatever, I will give my best, and whatever happens, God is going to take care of it. They detach themselves from the result, but at the same time, they are giving their 100%. At the same time, they want to give their everything, and then they surrender, that attachment to the result. They give it away to God and say that, whatever is going to happen, I will accept it, but at least let me do my best. Let me give my best. Those students are the ones who pass the exam. So you need to have that kind of attitude. What is that attitude? Let me break it down for you. So that attitude is karma mentality, which means I will give my 100% in whatever time is available. Second, you need to detach and surrender. After that, whatever happens is not my will, it is God's will, it is the universe's will. I will accept it. So you need to be somewhere in between, where you are giving your best, but at the same time you are detached from the result. You have faith, you've surrendered the result. Okay, we'll see whatever happens, at least let me do my best. There should be no stone unturned on my part. That is the state we want to get to. Next thing that you need to work on is that see, because you're studying so much, your mind is extremely fertile. You need to feed the right thoughts. You cannot feed wrong thoughts to your mind. So you cannot watch any YouTube videos that talk about comparison, that talk anything negative. Even when you discuss your preparation with your friend has done one more chapter, you will feel sad about it, you will overthink about it. That small seed that has been planted because of your discussion with your friend, it will germinate into more and more thoughts. We don't want that. We want to avoid overthinking to the maximum. For that, you need to avoid any input other than positive input. Any negative input is to be avoided. Can come from social media, can come from Instagram, can come from YouTube, can come from your toxic friends. We don't want any of that. We want to create an environment for us that is optimistic, positive. So you should have of course God or universe in the picture, and you have to cut down on any external inputs. You have to ensure that you only see good things. So you listen to optimistic songs, you listen to optimistic people, you listen to bhajans. That should be your free time. That's it. Other than that, no additional input we need. When that happens, automatically your brain will be in an optimistic, positive state, and you will carry that in the exam room also. You will carry that in your preparation also. Have faith in your preparation. Trust me, having faith in whatever you have studied and quality of your study, that will give you result. Even lesser preparation can work for you. Even 2 readings nicely done can work for you. I'm telling you, in CA Inter, I had done only 2 readings nicely, and I had made summary notes, and I did not even nicely solve all exam papers. No, I only did what my sir taught, and I repeated that. Like, I revised it nicely, but I cleared, and I was the Rajasthan topper. So trust me, if you have confidence, if you believe that whatever time you had, you made the most of that time, you have given your 100%, you don't have to compare. You don't have to compare with anybody. Now, when you follow all of these tips, you will be calm, relaxed. You will go with that attitude in the exam room. And there, of course, you have to avoid talking to any of your friends. You have to avoid discussing the paper with any of your friends. And after the paper also, you have to avoid watching anything on YouTube to compare how much your paper went, how well your paper went. You have to avoid all of that. You just have to go to the exam room, give a nice paper as well as you can give, and come home, relax, eat food, and start preparing for the next paper. When you do that, there's this positive, optimistic energy that you have cultivated. This energy goes into your paper, and this is the energy with which the examiner is going to check that paper, and then this is the energy that will reflect in your exam result. So this energy that you take in, remember, it is going into your paper, it is being reflected in your result. So ensure that your energy is good, optimistic, relaxed, calm. Okay, I hope this video helps. Watch this one next, it will help.